Right around the first of the year, I wasn't feeling so great. One night I was lying in bed and hoping to get some sleep, but every 10 minutes or so, my Apple Watch kept buzzing and telling me that my heart rate had been over 120 beats per minute for more than 10 minutes, which I assume is not a good thing. I just was feeling like crap. I didn't have shooting pains. I didn't have anything like that. I wasn't experiencing anything that seemed like I should get my wife and grandson out of bed and have them take me to the ER. I also didn't want to go to the ER by myself. By 1 o'clock in the morning, I was sufficiently freaked out, so I went up and I got my wife out of bed and woke up our grandson, and we all went to the ER in our PJs. Once we got there, they took me back to the ED, hooked me up with all kinds of stuff. I got an IV bag of fluids, had an ECG, EKG, I don't know, one of those acronyms, and a chest x-ray and all kinds of other tests. I couldn't really figure out what was going on because I didn't seem like I was having a heart attack, but they seemed like they were really looking for something. It turns out that I had pneumonia. Yay, that was a first for me. I've never had pneumonia. I've had, other than 2 knee surgeries and really bad eyesight and now some moderate hearing loss, I've been a pretty healthy person. I don't get sick all that much. The one glaring issue otherwise has been over the past 4 or 5 years. I've put on some weight, as some people in the comments have been so nice to tell me. It's a combination of, like, I quit my job, and then right after that, COVID happened. My general inability to motivate myself to stay active has not been the greatest either. I'm kind of lazy when it comes to healthy eating and regular exercise and things that are good for me. I had a physical sometime last year and everything was okay, but my weight was something that my doctor very gingerly sort of walked around and broached as an issue I should spend some time on. Sometimes maybe it takes getting scared straight and taking a trip to the ER, as well as stepping on the scale and seeing it hit 280, which was a number that I never thought I would see. Maybe those things were enough to get me thinking. I didn't want to just go on a diet because we all know how that goes. And winter in Iowa is not the best time to start a workout plan. It was negative 12 degrees when we woke up this morning. But no more excuses. So I'm going to use you, my friends on YouTube, as my accountability partner, and the tools that are built in to the Apple devices that I carry with me to help me lose at least 50 pounds. Now, you'll be glad to know that I've already lost 4 or 5 pounds, so I'm starting around 274-ish. Maybe around 275. I don't know. I haven't weighed myself yet this week. My goal, though, is 225 pounds. Now, those of you who might be familiar with the BMI scale, you'll recognize that that's still 50 pounds over what that thing says I should weigh. But I haven't weighed 180 pounds since high school. But I am 53 years old, which frighteningly puts me in an age group where bad stuff starts to happen if you don't take care of yourself. And as I said, we're raising our 3-year-old grandson. Having a really young person in the house, as I am older than I was the last time I had a really young person in the house, it sort of changes your perspective on health. I did the math, and when he turns 18, I will be 67 years old. A lot of my body doesn't feel like it's going to make it to 67 years old. And I want to do the dad things. I want to throw the football. I want to, coach the baseball team, whatever. Now, I've made workout plans before and they haven't stuck. But the time has come where I need it to work. I am motivated to do this, but motivation alone has not served me as well as it should in times past. I have 5 goals. I need to change my lifestyle, give myself more time to exercise, eat better and less food, sleep more. I don't sleep very well. Meditate, and journal every day. Those last two are obviously for my mental health. I guess sleep is for my mental health as well. But those are all things I need to take care of. I want to lose the 50 pounds, but I also want to get my mental health right too. I spent a few years trying different not cocktails, but different combinations of anti-anxiety, anti-depression, et cetera, medications. But I think if I'm able to live a more healthy lifestyle and lose some weight, I might not need those pills as much. Currently, I'm on 3 pills twice a day. And that seems to be able to keep things stable, if not awesome. It's not perfect. I'd like to get off them, especially since our new czar of health has said he wants to get rid of these medications, which honestly, brilliant plan. I do want to cut down at least on these things and, just see if I can get myself through diet and exercise to where these pills kind of get me. I don't know if that's possible, honestly. For most of my life, diet-wise, I've eaten like a child. Fast food, fried food, very few vegetables. My main source of sustenance for much of my life was and has been pizza. My wife has a master's degree in nutrition, and we've been together for 30 plus years. She has not been able to change my patterns at all. But now my regular diet has, honestly, besides just going to the ER, my regular diet has started to make me sick. If I eat fast food, half the time I end up getting what I believe is kind of like a hypoglycemic episode where I start to feel shaky and kind of ill. And then the only thing I can do to help it go down is to eat something. And I don't know. It kind of sounds like pre-diabetes, although my last test didn't indicate that anything like that was going on. So how am I going to use the Apple ecosystem to help me lose the weight and get healthier? I'm going to dig deeper into using Apple Health. I've used it sparingly, to track things and look at things, but I don't dig in there very often. So I'm going to really become more familiar with that. I'm going to use my Apple Watch and the stuff that's on board with that. Close my rings every day if I can. If you can close your rings every day, just walking around your house in the dead of winter. I think one thing I'll do is use the Apple Fitness app for workouts since I can't really go outside. I will use Apple's meditation app, as well as Calm, because I already have a Calm subscription. I'm going to use those for my daily meditations, and I'm going to use Apple Notes to journal for 10 minutes a day. I'm going to give regular updates on my progress, maybe every couple of weeks or something. But if you want to follow along more closely, I am going to do some more vlog-style stuff about how things are going, behind-the-scenes videos with the channel members. So if you want to become a channel member, there's a join button down there. You can click on that and follow more closely, maybe be more active in helping me do this thing. And I'm going to try and share as much as I can of what I've learned about this stuff along the way. This is something that at this point has become very important to me, and I want to share it with you guys, if for no other reason than to force myself to keep going because everyone's watching and I don't want to seem like a loser. Maybe it's something you've wanted to do, something you've tried to do and haven't had the success you wanted, and maybe watching somebody else do it can help. I don't know. When I realized just how much weight I had to lose, how much I had gained, I was really starting to despair, but I can't let myself do that. I have to do better in this area of my life, and it's not going to be as easy as it might have been when I was younger. So help me out. I mean, Apple talks a big game when it comes to their health features. So let's see if really using them helps me get where I need to be.